And welcome back to Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. Has the rain stopped?
Not according to that, but we have the curtains open, which we normally don't. And we have this guy.
Okay, Amakura in the flesh. Yes, last episode was very heavy. And I'm not sure if did we have the option to go away? Or was that the only thing we could have done? I don't actually know.
I suspect that was what was supposed to happen. Miku Hinasaki. Miku has gone. She has gone to the one she longs for. Her brother? Is her decision the right one? And for me too?
Should I do K now instead of...
I don't know.
There still may be hope.
Isn't that what I said at the beginning of the episode? No, the end of the last one.
This book was left inside an old shrine not far from the Manor of Sleep. It seems to date from a time when the house was known as the Kuze House, or the Engraving Shrine. It's not easy to read much of it now, but it has something to do with a ceremony of commandment.
Really wish to do something about the double quotes doubling.
It is a bit much. Commandment tome.
The chosen maiden is put into the boat of passing. The boat sways as it is sent to the Kuze shrine. The living flesh is cut, the tattoos etched in. Pain of the holly shall be sealed within her. All her love shall be interred into a mirror. This she must break, shatter herself. Her attachments to this world must be broken. Piercing of the soul thus concludes. Impale her with a stake of tattoos, the rite of commandment must be conducted. Sleeping undisturbed for centuries. Sleeping undisturbed for eternity. Read it better the first time. Dreaming the endless dream of the rift. Enclosed. Entombed in her chamber of thorns. She shall continue to feel the pain of the holly for all time.
Added to our file. This is a book written by a scholar of folklore named Akito Kashiwagi. Kashiwagi? Maybe. About the sleeping priestess, but the same material...
So it said sleeping priestess with only single quotes.
Appears in this book as well. Legend of Song 2. Remembering your joke last time, you do the first 5, go for it.
Woo-hoo, when I feel heavy metal. Woo-hoo. Sorry, wrong song 2. After extensive research on we're really settling into a theme here. It's the tone of the game that's important. After extensive research on the Mutsu Lullaby, the Sleeping Priestess, lyrics were discovered that appear to be even closer to the original. The following includes thoughts on how the song came about as well as its meaning. The Sleeping Priestess, verse 1. Sleep, child, lie in peace. Sleep, child, lie in peace. If you cry, the boat you'll ride, the last trip to the other side. Once you get there, sacred marks you'll bear. They shall be peeled off, should you fail to lie still. The words lie in peace in this version of the song seem to connote death rather than sleep. The words sacred marks may be related to the area's legend of the tattoo master. Perhaps in the original religious song, it expressed a meaning of engraving a tattoo. The Sleeping Priestess of verse 2. Sleep, child, lie in peace. Sleep, child, lie in peace. If the priestess wakes from her dream, from her endless dream, perform the rite of stakes, her limbs pinned tight, lest the doors open wide and suffering unleashed on all. After researching various oral traditions, there was found to remain here the vestiges of a spirit world faith of sending the spirits of the dead to the sea, despite the fact that it is in the mountains. This sea may signify the underworld. If the doors are taken as the doors to the other world, then lest the doors open wide and suffering unleashed on all, seems to connote that if the doors to the other world open, some disaster will occur. The song may have originally related to a ceremony that protected the gate to the other world. Take it away, Kayla.
The combination of elements such as the title The Sleeping Priestess, the priestess waking, sleep, and laying to sleep, juxtaposed with the word to pin, leads the meaning of priestess being aided to sleep. In other words, to be put to sleep. A sacrificial property can thus be read into the song. Following is a diagram found in regional documents combined with the legend that seems to be based on ceremony and religion. In the center of this illustration, there is a small shrine where engraving shrine is written. The part of the song about tattoo lends credence to the theory that the song may have been sung here. Deep in the engraving shrine there is a vast sea, the underworld, and the shrine is drawn as the boundary between this shore and the other shore. The law accompanying the diagram is as follows. Break fresh skin, engrave the holly, impale the tattoo stake, subdue for eternity, to sleep in the rift. Like the song lyrics, the law can also be read as having the same human sacrifice-like aspect of impale, subdue, and sleep. It's added to our file. Both of the books indicate that in the rite of commandment, or the rite of the stakes, by impaling the priestess with the tattoo stake, you subdue her for eternity. The doors could refer to the gates of the hell, and now for some reason they have been opened. But if we can impale the priestess's limbs with the tattoo stakes, then we may be able to put her to rest. I think the tattoo stakes are some sort of special stakes. They must be somewhere in the mansion.
Impale the priestess?
Sorry. It's like you get 2 lines. I remember you said that he had found a tape with this song recorded on it. Did you happen to hear anything about it?
A tape? It may be in his room. I'll go take a look. Is there anything else?
No.
You handed over the photo of Miu and Mayu to Kay.
This picture. Miu and Mayu were always close, even for twin sisters. When Mayu was little, she fell from a cliff and crippled her leg. Miu, who was with her, felt that it was her fault. So Miu stayed close by Mayu ever since. Mayu also depended on Miu for everything. About 2 months ago, they both went back to my sister's hometown, where they used to play when they were younger. It was there that
Mayu went missing.
Miu must have thought that that was her fault as well. All the life just seemed to go right out of her. It must have been about a month later that Miu started dreaming of Mayu, and then, at this rate, Miu will disappear too, if that happens. I've got to save Miu. I can't give up yet. It's Miu Amakura updated. Also, I like that it gives it a timeline, so like the second game is only 2 months ago then.
Yeah. Same as I'm not sure this, like all of the stuff with the priestess was that long ago. I think the house has like had this religion thing going on for many, many cycles, and then this one's gone wrong recently.
Right.
Is what I think. Anyway, Miu Amakura. Miu Amakura went missing about 2 months ago with her sister Mayu. Only Miu was rescued. She has never spoken about what happened. Her sister has still not been found. Feeling guilty for being the only one rescued, she went in search of her sister followed her till she ended up trapped in dreams. So is that the second game then?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say anything else? Jesus Christ, Kay.
There was a custom called impaling the sin that was practiced in the past by the people living in the area of the Manor of Sleep. It doesn't go on much anymore, but once a year, the people would put their own clothes on a straw and stake it to a sacred tree on the mountain in order to dispel their misfortune. So they were offering their sin to that other world. The rite those girls performed must have had the same origins. The stakes used were called Shinu stakes. Shinu means tattoo in the language of the Ainu people, or Ainu. I think that this regional custom of impaling one's misfortune, sin, and pain on the mountain has to have come from that rite.
Everything's going to be fine.
Okay, but...
I was going to say, yes, that explains the doll on the tree in the courtyard.
Yeah.
And I can't help but thinking that impaling a fake doll of yourself is much nicer than impaling a real priestess. Which it's like two traditions coming from the same root. It seems that there were people living in the Manor of Sleep up until around the end of the 19th century, but it is abandoned now. The temple where I found this book also seemed like it was normally deserted. Apparently this book was entrusted to the temple when it was found in the manor during the folklore research boom of the 20th century. The second half of the book seems to be a ledger of some sort. There's a long list of people's names and sums of money. This could be a record of all those people who offered their pain to the priestess. Blood. This was written with those people's ink of the soul. Basically, this record of the pain offered to the priestess could have been used as a measure of the period between rites of commandment.
I'm nervous too, but there has to be a way out of this.
Oh, he was not saying that in Japanese, probably.
He seemed to have a lot more to say.
Oh no.
Speaking of having a lot more to say...
I'm sorry to hear about you. I had no idea.
No, I'm the one who should apologise for not having enough lines.
But we can't give up. I at least know that you would never want you to die, no matter what. We have to save Mio and Miku too. We can't give up yet. Let me not have more dialogue, please.
Okay, Kay, but what do you think about the current situation?
Oh, thank God. I'm not doing any reading for a while. You can read out all the books now.
No, I'm the one who should apologise. Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to look around the house. The objective is to go to Yu's room. We know that, so...
The shoe rack is still full of used shoes as well as mine. Some of these lines have been the same since the game began.
Haunting? Maybe it wouldn't do that with a friend over now. Ask him to come and see if he can see that weird spot, cat, on the wall.
No, the cat's just here. High five!
Love us! Love us! We'll have to adopt you when Miku dies.
Jeez.
I assume she doesn't, to be fair.
Well, his book isn't there.
You...
It is in this room.
So is the other side that you have to interact with for that.
Okay, do you want a snack? I've got
Whatever Miku made before she went to bed, because I don't cook.
that.
No, you should genuinely see if you can interact with it. If you
I
don't
haven't been
mind.
able to before. I still can't now.
Ah, fair.
So pop in and visit Miku.
Yes, we seem to have opened all the curtains. Is that because someone's over? No interact.
I thought I'd say something.
Maybe it would consider it in bad taste.
It's the bookshelf we're after. Oh, maybe the desk? Yes. There is an unaddressed envelope in the desk. It seems as though there is a cassette tape inside. Perhaps it was to be sent to Kay. A notebook was in the envelope. The Sleeping Priestess. This song is thought to be the original of northeastern Japan's lullaby, The Sleeping Priestess. It was found in a gramophone at the local university, and I had it sent to me. I listened to it, but the first and second verses are slightly different from today's Sleeping Priestess. This is thought to be due to differences in the period and area where the song was transmitted. Further, a major difference is that there is also a third verse. I have to look into it more, but it seems that the mood changes from the first two verses to the third. I wrote the lyrics as I heard them. The Sleeping Priestess, third verse. Go to the other side, go to the other side. Cast the boat, take a ride. Cross the rift to the other side. Further and further to the other side. It must sail bearing your tattoos and our offering of tears. The first and second verses are littered with frightening words, but the third verse is more melancholy. In particular, the ending of the song seems less like a lullaby than something sung at a funeral. We've added that to our file. Do we go listen to this tape?
I don't know, it looked pretty decrepit, but we could try. Other than that, it would just probably be going back down to Kay and telling him what we have found. Old tape, Sleeping Priestess.
An old tape from which the label is peeling off, Sleeping Priestess, can narrowly be made out. I think if anything needed subtitles more, that was it.
Admittedly,
But yes, it was the same as the...
the 3 verses we've been seeing over and over.
Yeah.
Hopefully we haven't summoned some awful monster by watching that tape. You never know. Or listening to the tape.
Ah. I accidentally pressed L1. Do we just go to bed with him here?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You handed over the cassette tape to Kay.
This could be a clue. I'll examine it tonight.
The Tonight at Home.
Let's go talk to a man in our night dress.
No, we're wearing it.
You couldn't offer him some blankets or a pillow?
We have... Well,
They probably have
maybe
a
not put
closet
them in
full of
newsroom.
spare stuff.
but yeah, at least a blanket. How are you doing? Whew, that I was not expecting. Wait,
It came off the shelf.
it's just we had that happen with a ghost in the game
We did, yes.
a long time ago.
Can you, point the camera down into that bin?
Okay, but if a ghost pops out...
Yes, I think it was on the top next to the camera. Alright. Oh, there genuinely doesn't seem anything like there's anything to do, yeah, other than talk to Kay.
You. For you. Why? Please don't leave me behind.
Seems like he's having another bad dream.
Yeah, he's already asleep ahead of us.
Mayu. Don't go.
Not sure I want to go through the whole house again, so I might just head upstairs,
That's fair.
climb into bed, and go to sleep.
I do want to say that actually, we haven't in a little while.
Either way, it'll all be over soon.
Impale the priestess to subdue. The tattoo stakes must be somewhere within the mansion.
Hour 12. The ceremony of commandment.
So we've got to find stakes. Oh, ghost underneath. I think it's an attacker.
Unfortunately, I feel like she's going where we need to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking, are we supposed to follow?
Well, it always seems to be a clue. And in the intro movie, it shows us particular places. So the intro movie showed us this.
One of these, certainly. There's 4, admittedly.
Inside the candlelit altar, a miniature double-doored shrine rests in the place of worship.
Oh. Inside the miniature shrine there is a stake made of stone piercing the middle.
In the shadow of the stone at the lower part of the shrine there is minutely engraved script. By the balance of light, purify the shadow of the tattoo stake. Subdue the priestess in the chamber of needles.
Okay. So we've got to, like, cancel the shadow out? Or something?
I have no idea. We can select. We can change the flame. And we can only do it on one side.
When the shadow disappeared, the stake fell. A strange pattern has been carved into the tattooed stake, too. So, do we have to go to all 4 rooms again then?
I suspect so. I'm trying to remember where the flip they are.
Well, another one's just there. It's the other 2 that are like underground that are much more awkward to find.
Now, I didn't think we could get to those without being a small girl or child.
I don't know, because we might have, like, we went into them in the crawl space and then opened a door. So maybe they're now get intoable.
Did we?
Yeah.
Intrigue-emulating.
But obviously, yes, these first 2, they're just here.
Also, if we can explore the whole castle, we could possibly even move that last,
Well, the, like, bookcase right in the sleeping area, it was, I think. Got another one of these.
Inside the candlelit altar, a miniature double-doored shrine rests in the place of worship.
Yeah, same text again. Stone piercing the middle. Purify. Yeah,
Again, that's
same
the
thing.
same, so we just have to do another puzzle.
Yeah, I'm like, are you supposed to mirror it, or is it genuinely you're sort of feeling it out?
Oh, maybe we are supposed to mirror it. Oh, but we can't. Because it's not a mirror. Like, as in the same ones aren't available.
Yes, just sort of see what you can see.
That feels like that should be the solution. Like, just that.
And then turn off the right one. Maybe turn on the top one? No. It's sort of figuring out what each of them does.
I wonder if there's any ordering involved. Like if you have to do it in a particular order, or if it's just a set. Because I'm sort of thinking about it and going, well, if it's casting a shadow downwards, then I need to light something near the bottom of it.
I don't know. What happens if you just turn them all on? Yeah, maybe try doing it via elimination, I don't know. That's very close. Does one of those do like a far right spike and a far left spike?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, do the bottom right one? No. Like, do you need ones that do essentially the opposite of each other?
I mean, I thought originally you had to sort of undo the ones on the right. But it's like... awkward.
Do those top two corner ones and then that bottom left one? That doesn't do.
Because that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The other way to do it would just be to go...
It's like a clock almost.
Like, why doesn't that one make a difference at all? Anyway, the point was I was going to sort of make them... Right, I think the clue is I only need to light the same number.
Okay.
After that awkward puzzle, though, we'll leave it to next time in terms of removing that stake and continuing our mission through the Manor of Sleep.